Big news for unemployed people today. I'm unemployed people. Behavior just came out and finally confirmed that The Walking Dead was coming to the game. But I mean, like, we kind of saw that coming for a while. I'm kind of surprised people were expecting a confirmation for this long, because if we remember in the anniversary stream, they teased it by having like capitalized letters in each of like the events for the anniversary stream, and it spelled out the ones who lived, which to my knowledge, the Walking Dead series has gone on long enough that they've had a couple spin-offs, and one of the spin-offs is the ones who live. So we're getting 2 licensed survivors, and I'm expecting it's going to be Rick and Michonne, right? And I'm not a huge Walking Dead fan. It's a really good show. I only watched through like the first 3 seasons, and I've been wanting to pick it up again at some point. I think there's a lot of room to make a whole lot of doubloons for behavior here. They can bring in Rick, Michonne, Glenn, Negan, Daryl. There's a ton of different people they can bring into the game, and it will work, right? If anything, this is probably one of the better licensed survivor additions to the game, in my opinion at least. And that means we get a whole lot of new survivor perks too. So, well, I don't think this PTB is going to be as popular as normal ones because, you know, there's no killer, and there's probably not going to be a map either. Can you imagine if we get like a prison yard map? That'd be kind of cool. I don't think that's going to happen, but it will still be popular. I'm a little worried whether or not they can get the facial rights, the likeness for like Andrew Lincoln, you know, the actor for Rick. But we'll have to see, right? Because I remember with Ellen Ripley, it looks like her, but it's not really the actor's likeness. So we'll have to see what they have planned for that. And I'm kind of curious what other skins people might be interested for this type of collaboration. So I'm excited to see that tomorrow. There are a bunch of different updates with, you know, killer tweaks, buffs, nerfs. You know, I saw Pig finally got a couple really good tweaks to her kit. So I think they're finally trying to put the whole nerf Pig thing into the ground years later. But I did see one other thing, that they're adding a new survivor item, which we've heard about for a while, but it's a smoke bomb. Now, call me a hater. Like, listen, I think the smoke bomb was a funny little item to use during last year's Halloween event. But call me a little bit of a hater. I'm not a crazy big fan of the whole smoke bomb thing. I've always wanted something like simple, like a brick or, you know, a pipe bomb being added for Survivor, so you could throw it at the killer, maybe get like a 1-second stun. That'd be kind of funny. I understand smoke bomb is, you know, it's for stealth and whatnot, but I'm also kind of surprised they didn't add something related to The Walking Dead for Survivor item, but this must be in the works for a while. I do imagine this will be a bit weird to play around. I think they're gonna have to tweak values off of this new item for a while. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like a smoke bomb just wouldn't work as well as we'd think, because if you compare it to a flashbang, for example, which was added with Resident Evil, you know, love that item. You know, you have to sit on a gen for about 40-50%, go into a locker, craft it. You can avoid it on killer, just like firecrackers, but with a smoke bomb, you kind of just can't, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to go through it, which is kind of almost free distance. But, you know, I shouldn't be so harsh on it because it's not even out yet. We don't even know what it's gonna look like. If it's gonna look exactly like the Halloween event version, then so be it, right? But I wish we got something else, but it's still cool that we got a survivor regardless. I'm probably in the minority for people who won't use the smoke bombs as much, so that's cool. If other people enjoy it, then I'm wrong, and that's fine. I've also seen Chaos Shuffle talking how they're making it so you have base kit, tenacity, unbreakable, and honestly, like, I don't think this is a problem. I don't obviously it's a more casual mode. I don't think making it easier for survivors is going to be too big of a problem, because why do we have people sweating to begin with, like, extremely hard in a casual version of the game? I understand that you can still tunnel. It's a legit strategy. You know, not gonna get on a high horse to say, no, you can't tunnel, you can't slug, you can't do all this. But I feel like in a casual game mode, it also reminds me of like the event game mode when you're grinding for blood points. It does feel a bit silly sweating, regardless of what side you're on, survivor or killer. So I don't really have a problem with them adding base kit, tenacity, or unbreakable. Maybe it'll be busted, but obviously it's just a limited time mode, right? So maybe it's busted, but, you know, I think we should probably wait to see how that is. Nothing too crazy going on in DBD right now, but like I'm pretty excited for Walking Dead and see how much they cook with that. I think this would be a good point in time. Make it so each individual skin has like their own bloody variant. I think that'd be cool. And I've seen a lot of people talk about when it comes to legendary skins, you know, with their own voice lines, you know, give them more outfits, which I think would be cool. Like Shiva, Chris, just legendary characters in general, Sybil, to give them more outfits. And I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I think, where's the harm in that? Just create like a variant category for the base survivors so that they can get actual skins going forward. So that'd be kind of cool. I would like to see something like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You know, sorry, a little bit of a slot video today, but tomorrow we'll probably have another one. Let me know what you guys think about The Walking Dead coming to DVD. If you think the smoke bomb is going to be like a pretty good addition. Personally, I'm on the fence, but that's just me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and see you.